A Pleasanton native just completed a very chilly feat, a swim from the Farallon Islands to the Golden Gate Bridge. This is open water swimmer Catherine Breed. Thank you for joining us here. Whoa, it was a 30-mile journey and you did it without a wetsuit?
Yes, that is Marathon Channel rules, and thank you for having me.
We're so glad you're here. What made you want to do this? Why are you inspired to do that particular swim?
I was inspired to do this swim because it's iconic. It's in our backyard, and today you can see the Farallons really clearly. In addition, I thought it'd be really good training to prepare for my next adventure that's going to be swimming the whole coast of California.
Oh, so this is just like the warm-up. This isn't even like the main dish. It's just the appetizer.
Yeah, this felt like a main dish, but yeah, a little bit.
What was challenging about it?
Well, it was really challenging being in the dark for so long, I think. Most of the swims, I start maybe like 2 or 3 in the morning, but starting at 10:45 put us in the dark for a good 8 hours, and that can be very difficult.
So we're looking at video now. Your boats are with you. Looks like a person there in a kayak with a flashlight. So you're not out there totally alone. It took you 13 hours and 54 minutes to do the whole swim.
Yes. Yeah, I unofficially have broken the record, so fastest person to do this crossing. I barely broke.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's me clapping. Congratulations. That's great. So you're in the record books for this swim?
Yes, it should be as soon as it gets approved in the next couple days.
That's awesome. Congrats. When you're out there, I know we saw the boats, but like, did you see sharks, or you posted about you got stung by a jellyfish? So it sounds like you went through a lot here.
Yeah, we did not see any sharks. We did have shark shields on the kayak, a shark band on my ankle. I got stung by jellyfish within the first hour on my arms, my face, my neck. Then it got a lot better. The busiest part of the swim was in the early morning hours. There were seabirds everywhere. They were dodging me, swimming around me, and so that was definitely a little distracting, but no sharks. I think just whales and porpoises and seabirds.
You posted on Instagram that of all the swims that you've done, this one was mentally the hardest. I'm wondering why.
I think that is a question I am reflecting on myself a little bit too. I think I might have worked myself up with so much fear about the sharks beforehand. And then once I got started, even though it felt pretty calm, I was just really daunted by the task at hand, even though I've been doing swims like this for 9 years. So this was not my first rodeo, but this was definitely the hardest one. I think the dark played a big piece into it. We had news on the crew, so maybe I felt some external pressure, but ultimately my crew got me to the finish line, and I could not have done this without them.
How did you recover afterwards? Like, how do you feel? How'd your body feel?
I had a really bad fever right after the swim. My mom took care of me, and then the next morning I'm starting to feel back to normal again. I went to work today. And my friend sent me Susie cakes, so I definitely had a few big pieces of Susie cakes.
I mean, soup from mom and Susie cakes will fix just about anything. You mentioned that you were going to swim the coast. I'm wondering when that's happening, and this was sort of like the warm-up. How else are you preparing for another big swim?
Yeah, I'm going to just be training a lot over, the next months. The swim is set to start around June or July next summer, and it will take 3 to 4 months. I'll do about 5 hours a day, so it's going to be a lot more digestible than 14 hours straight. And ultimately, right now, we're just in logistics and fundraising mode and looking for support. But I'm very excited to tell a story of the California coastline.
Well, you're the world record holder for the fastest time for a woman swimming across Lake Tahoe. I wondered how the water there in the bay in the ocean there compared, and also why do you swim?
I have loved swimming since I was a little kid. It has always been my safe space. I grew up swimming and sailing in the bay, and for me, I love how dynamic it is. I love that you're in this environment where there's no external sound or people or noises. So it's really special living in the Bay Area. I encourage everyone to get in the Bay. And Swim California Yeah, I forget the second question, but Swim California will become my love letter to the coast as we journey down.
Well, we'll be rooting you on. Congratulations, open water swimmer Catherine Breed. Almost 14 hours to swim 30 miles from the Farallon to San Francisco. That's awesome. Congrats. Have some more
Thank
cake,
you
you
so
know?
much.
You deserve it.
Thank you.